Once upon a curse, they say the skies roared the night she was born. Not with thunder, but with warning. In a kingdom veiled in mist and ancient legend, a royal child was finally born after years of desperate prayers and longing. The king and queen rejoiced. 1,000 candles lit up the palace halls. Bells rang across the mountains and valleys. Joy blossomed in every corner of the land to mark the occasion. Every fairy in the realm was summoned to bless the newborn princess. But in the excitement and joy, King missed to invite one. Yet she arrived, cloaked in storm and shadow. Her wings were singed at the tips, her voice barely more than a whisper of broken glass and forgotten songs.
You forgot me.
The court froze, the king paled, the queen gripped the crib.
You must not think me serious enough. Very well, let this baby share my fate. Let her have no gravity, no sorrow, no weight. Let her never fall. Let her float, alone, forever.
She raised a delicate, trembling hand, and with a flick of her fingers, the fairy vanished into smoke. In the royal cradle, the baby with the name Princess Aurelia began to drift gently, hovering inches above the silk sheets. From that moment on, the princess floated like a leaf on the wind. She couldn't walk without aid. Chairs were useless. She slipped through the air like a helium balloon in royal pajamas, giggling and weightless. She laughed at everything: funerals, royal meetings, even tragic plays. While others stumbled, grieved, and healed, she stayed aloft, untouched by pain and touched by the world. The king summoned the greatest minds of the realm. The queen sought out seers and mystics. They tried iron shoes. They whispered sorrow in her ears. They made her watch the saddest tales they could find. But nothing worked. Princess Aurelia simply laughed and floated away.
She cursed.
No, no. I heard. She is mad.
People commented and commented and commented. And she remained, drifting above it all, until one day, everything changed. It happened during a simple boat ride on the palace lake. The wine caught her light frame, and she toppled overboard. The king cried out in terror. The queen screamed.
She couldn't swim. Save her.
But then Princess Aurelia did. To everyone's astonishment, Princess Aurelia moved through the water with ease, like it was her true element. The lake held her, grounded her. For the first time, she was whole. From that day on, she returned to the lake daily. She dove, swam, and spun in the shimmering waters behind the palace. There, she wasn't a cursed girl. She was simply Princess Aurelia. Like the years rolled by. And then, one golden evening, a stranger arrived. A young prince, weary from war and wandering, caught sight of the princess, twirling through the lake with a joyful spirit.
Nice dive. Got room for one more?
She blinked in surprise, then smiled. From that day, they swam together. They talked, told jokes, and shared comfortable silences. He read her stories, asked her questions, waited patiently even when she floated away mid-conversation. There was something in him that made her feel safe, seen, but calm never lasts in cursed tales. One morning, the lake began to vanish. The earth trembled, the water whispered goodbye. The enemy kingdom had dug tunnels beneath the lake, draining its heart in a quiet act of war. Within days, the waters were nearly gone. Princess Aurelia floated once more higher than ever, uncontrollably, desperately. The prince caught her hand.
There's a chasm where the water runs. If I seal it, the lake will return. And you'll be grounded again.
But you'll drown.
If it saves you, I won't frown.
Then he slipped beneath the lake, vanishing into the dark. She floated above, helpless, until silence, and then she screamed, and she fell. Like a comet from the heavens, Aurelia crashed into the earth, gasping, shaken, and crying. For the first time in her life, she cried real, soul-deep tears. Tears that soaked the soil, and drop by drop, the lake returned. She dove into the rising waters and found him barely breathing. She pulled him up, sobbing his name. His eyes fluttered open.
You fell.
I did. I finally fell. Fell for you.
Prince blushed. The curse broke. Not by anger, not by spells, but by grief born from love. The girl who had once floated above everything now felt everything. In that moment, she grew in the true sense, and days later, she married the prince, who taught her what it meant to fall, just to rise again with the love of all. And this marks the end of the curse, and a new chapter begins from here on.